Some say customization is a thing of the past. But after 20 years in this business, we're still standing. Never giving up, always moving forward. As the industry has changed, we've advanced. It's about thinking outside the box and redesigning the wheel. Striving for perfection, even in the smallest details. Innovation instead of imitation. Always looking forward, but never forgetting where we came from. It's about hard work and dedication, making the impossible look simple. Some say customization is a thing of the past. I say it's the future. We are West Coast Customs. So West Coast Customs recently partnered with really the perfect company for our shop, Esurance, which is insurance for the modern world. And since we're the car customizers for the modern world, it really makes a lot of sense. So they're on their way down right now. We're going to sit down, have a meeting, and figure out what we can build together.
Hey, Ryan.
Hi. How are you?
Lindsay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Ryan,
meet
I'm Chris.
you.
Hi, Chris. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Ryan. I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren.
We came in today to meet with Ryan. We wanted to develop a car for the future. A car that, isn't this high-end, unattainable type of vehicle, but something that we think that down the road, an everyday user will have these unique features that are practical, they look great, but at the same time, it's something modern and unique and cool.
So let's talk build.
Esurance as a brand is a company that's really striving to improve the insurance experience for our customers. And so we were thinking we could actually take our brand idea of insurance for the modern world and apply it to a car build and create a car for the modern world.
And let the actual users give us ideas and things like that. Because we already get like a ton of ideas from fans. I mean, every day I get emails and emails of, hey, you should do this. Hey, can you do that? So if we let the fans choose some ideas and then maybe pick some of the top ones and then actually build that vehicle for them.
Have you ever given them the opportunity to submit
No.
ideas and actually sort of crowdsource these?
Mm-mm. I mean, we've always thought about doing something like that, but we have a million things going on all the time. So, how do we do it? But that would be really cool.
I think it's a perfect fit. I mean, we're so involved in social media and communicating
Right.
with our consumers, and you are with your fans. So what better platform than to allow them to do that online?
So I guess we'll have to just figure out what the vehicle is, and then from there, figure out how it's going to work with how they submit ideas and things like that.
Well, I think we're going to start with working with your team to collaborate on some ideas for an entry point and a social media plan to get this out to the fans. And we could do that over the next few weeks. And I think it'd be great to also have a kickoff, a really cool way to announce this partnership and this contest.
We're going to be crowdsourcing ideas from fans, both on Twitter and through our microsite. We're going to announce it during a live stream, and we'll produce a commercial to get as many fans as we can. Practicality is going to be a big consideration for these ideas.
So the next step, we'll get that stuff, we'll get our artists together, get some sort of website or whatever the social piece is going to be, and then we'll take it from there and make sure our fans know about it.
Good.
Cool.
Sounds like a
All right.
plan.
This is a good plan.
Excellent.
All
Thank
right.
you. The meeting with Ryan today went really well. We were able to really build on each other's ideas, and I think we have a really good game plan to move forward with giving West Coast Customs fans a chance to send in their ideas and help build this car of the future.
The social media thing has changed so much. From when we did these sweepstakes back in the day, there was not a whole lot of social media. Now it's like everything's social media. So I think bringing that part in and doing a live launch and all these different activities and activations that you can do online is gonna just create so many ideas and a flow of cool stuff. So it's gonna be good, a win-win. Today's the day where we're gonna announce live to our fans that we're doing this build together.
Can you guys all shift to the right?
And the platform of this build is gonna be a Jeep Compass. We're gonna allow our fans to be able to tune in and tell us what they would do to this car. And Esurance just being a part of it makes a lot of sense. So now it's really time to get this thing launched so we can get some ideas in here.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your boy, Big Dane, and welcome to West Coast Customs Esurance live press conference. Today I'm going to introduce you to Ryan Friedlinghaus. Well, everybody knows who Ryan Friedlinghaus anyway is. So he's been on TV for about 10 years. And we got Chris Lee, manager for Esurance brand partnership. We're really excited by kicking off this new season by branding and partnering with Esurance on a new fantasy build by West Coast Customs for a fan out there. So Ryan, won't you tell us a little bit about this promotion?
I think this is a great promotion because we're giving the fans a chance to, they're gonna be the beginning stages of the design. They get to go online, come up with their 5 features that they think this car needs, and then maybe they give us some ideas that we're gonna use for the future. So I think it's gonna be pretty interesting.
And what we're looking for is 5 of the most innovative and forward-thinking features for a car that may or may not exist today. And the goal is to challenge Ryan and his team to actually bring these features to life. And on top of that, we're going to bring the 5 owners of those ideas out here to West Coast. We'll get to meet Ryan, we'll get to meet Dane, and we'll award that car to the one feature that we really feel between Esurance and West Coast Customs is the most forward-thinking and most modern feature out there.
Hopefully the end product is going to be amazing, and that person that wins it is going to be blown away.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. And don't forget to follow Esurance at West Coast Customs on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Do you know how to use that stuff?
No.
Cool, just checking.
So we launched the contest, and already hundreds of people have sent in their ideas. Some of them are a little crazy, some of them are really cool. So what I gotta do is sit down, weed through the ones that we can really get done in this time frame we have, and get this thing built. Chris and the Esurance team are on their way over to talk about the finalists. I've already picked the ones that I think are the best, but ultimately it's really up to them, and there was thousands of them. So hopefully we're on the same page and we can get this thing built. Some of these ideas were pretty crazy. Coming up with some translucent paint would be an amazing idea, hopefully in the future, But I don't think this near of a future, I think.
People submitted some really off-the-wall ideas. There was one that wanted a washer and dryer installed in the back seat.
People push the boundaries, and that's what we asked for. There was someone who wanted to have their car run by apples, which I thought was kind of crazy.
But I mean, tons of great ideas from the USB ports and the thumbprint. Starting your car with a thumbprint, I think is good for not just safety, but security.
Yeah, we really like the survival kit idea.
Yeah.
Just lines up with what our mission is anyway.
And from like a practicality standpoint, the temperature-controlled, cup holders.
They come in like super high-end cars, but if that's in like an everyday driver, like people would really love that.
And there's other ones very practical, is the built-in floor vacuum.
Yeah.
For someone who has kids, you'd love that.
Yeah, I totally need that,
We decided to use a Jeep Compass because it's a car that could appeal to a lot of different types of lifestyles and needs. But that's really important for us at Esurance because we like to serve all kinds of customers.
We have this great web app called Fuelcaster, which is a gas prediction tool that allows you to look up, where to purchase gas and whether or not to purchase gas at that moment or the next day because gas prices may either go up or down.
Whoa.
So that's something really cool that we would love to have embedded into a tablet, into the vehicle that someone can access and use as an everyday driver.
I didn't even know you guys had that.
Yeah.
I could use that. The other one I like a lot is that sunroof. I've done big sunroofs, but doing a whole roof where it's a sunroof, I think that's gonna be amazing. But I think, now that we've got it narrowed down into where I think we need to be, the next step is really get with my guys, start building this car and then hopefully get this winner over here and surprise him and hand him some keys.
Yeah, we can't wait to.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So we've picked the 5 finalists. We've come up with the urban survival vehicle for the modern world. So we have the survival kit, a thumbprint start button, hot and cold cup holders, vacuum cleaner, and a full glass sunroof so you can navigate by the stars. Musa has the exterior rendering, so I'm gonna get down with the guys and really figure out how we're gonna build this vehicle. So the Jeep is in place. Next step is get all the guys, show them the rendering, and go over this build. So Esurance is a client. Alex, we've been talking about this for a little bit. But we got an interior rendering that Musa's working on right now, but I figured we might as well start with the exterior first, get it broken down, and then, we gotta get
What I miss? I was stuck
You're
on
late.
traffic.
You're late for the date.
I was stuck on traffic. What I miss?
We need you to get the interior out immediately. Esteban's gonna work on doing the glass roof. Min's gonna break it down. Kenny, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do on interior-wise. There's a bunch of requests that they do have. They want like a thumbprint
deal to open the door. They want USB ports. They want to do a vacuum in the floor. It's a couple cool things. This was all about the fans. We went through all our ideas, picked the best ones, and then we're going to build the car and give it away to one of them.
So we're replacing the whole roof with the glass then?
Yeah. 100% sunroof is what they call it.
Okay.
And then Ish, I have an idea for the interior. Moose is gonna finish the rendering and we're gonna look at it first before I show it to you, make sure it's cool. But I wanna do something different than diamonds. But in the meantime, we get everything stripped out so Esteban can cut the roof out and start the fabrication. The top 5 fans that we chose, they're gonna come here, and then we're gonna give one of them the car.
Oh, wow.
So it's gonna be a cool reveal for them.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we need to get it broken down and get everything going. Good to go? Break.
All right.
So we just had the meeting, kind of brought the guys up to speed what the build is, what we got to do. They're already on it right now, breaking it down. The next step is go over the interior with Kenny and Ish. From there, we'll get it into paint, and then this thing should be done pretty quick. To make the 5 finalist fantasy a reality, we're going to start with the 2014 Jeep Compass. After we tear apart the Jeep, we're gonna start with the roof. First, we'll create a mold for the glass. Then it's time to cut the roof and lay in the new glass. Then we're gonna stealth out the Jeep with a BASF matte black paint job. On to the interior. In the back will be a hidden survival kit stocked with gear. A powerful vacuum will be housed and ready to clean up any spill. And since we're West Coast Customs, we have to put in a bump and sound system complete with 10-inch sub and amp. In the front, we're gonna install hot and cold cup holders to keep any drink at the perfect temp. A fingerprint starter will make sure this car never gets stolen. And a tablet with the Fuelcaster app will predict fuel prices near you. Blue Oracle lighting will make this car glow. And to finish it off, a set of black Indigo Giovanna wheels will sit on Continental tires. So be on the lookout for the car of tomorrow today.
This car is going completely opposite color. We're going black. So being that it's black, we're going to strip off all these little accessories that actually hold the front bumper skin in place. That way, when the paint shop comes to paint it, they don't have to mask around little pieces like this. They could just sand everything they need to sand and just spray it. When they're done painting, just snap the bumper back on when we're all set.
So there's more going on in the interior than the exterior of this Jeep build. So Ryan told me to do an interior rendering so all the guys can visualize when they built the actual stuff from the fans' ideas.
We rock.
He's stepping it up, dog. Coming up on West Coast Customs.
Sometimes the easiest things end up being the hardest.
I think Ryan's crazy this time.
Come on, Ish, you're my superhero.
We need to think of some cool things for the survival kit.
Oh, for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
So the vehicle's in, it's fully broken down. Now the next step is really get with Esteban and his team and figure out how we're gonna do this glass sunroof. Since we don't have a lot of time on it, we gotta get on that first, so then we can get it over to the body shop and get this thing painted.
I'm taking some measurements to see where it would be easier for us to cut the whole roof so that we can replace it with the glass. It looks like the easiest is just taking like the whole center roof out and just replacing it with the glass. It looks simple, but sometimes the easiest things end up being the hardest.
Kenny, got a little rendering for us to go over.
All right.
So we'll start with the dash. Got to do some sort of tablet that can show the Esurance gas deal that they have. They have an app that shows you where the local gas stations are, tells you the best prices, shows you how close they are to. It's kind of cool.
All right.
We're gonna do some logos in the steering wheel. I'll get Kevin to cut some stuff. I'm gonna talk to Ish about the seats. The vacuum we were talking about coming out of the console. So that way you could vacuum the front, but you also could vacuum the back if you wanted to. And then I was thinking some USBs under the dash and then in the back as well. The interior is gonna, make a statement on its own. The little highlights of the Esurance color. Creatively, we gotta still figure out what we're gonna do with the survival bag, like some case or suitcase or something.
All right.
And then we can add a stereo. We don't really have to, but I think since we are who we are, we should add something, in there. But we can start running all this stuff, get these cup holders. I think Alex has got those coming. The vacuum, figure out how we're gonna run that line into that console.
I have some ideas.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. I'm gonna be in charge of a bunch of things on this project. The first one is to get the tablet mounted into the dash. And what I'm gonna do to have to do that is take the dash, cut it, fiberglass it in, and figure out if we're gonna wrap or paint it. Ryan wants me to build a survival kit in the back of the car. So we don't wanna just do a backpack and something simple. We wanna do something cool, like something like an armor box or something that's a suitcase or something that locks. So that's what we're gonna try to create. So I'm gonna have Alex pick up some stuff from the survival store and hopefully he'll bring me something cool. Alex.
Yeah.
Esurance build, we need to think of some cool things for the survival kit.
Oh, for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a place in Elsinore that might be cool for that. All right, I'll head down there tomorrow morning, first thing.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thanks, Jenny.
We can't cut the roof until we pull off a mold of the roof. That way we have the same curve on the glass than on the existing roof. He's gonna put around 8 sheets of fiberglass. Once it dries, it's gonna end up probably being like a 1/4 inch thick. After it's done doing all this fiberglass on top of it, he has to create a wood framing so that when he pulls it apart, it doesn't twist on him. The next step is, since we have some lines on the top, we're gonna have to put some surfacing on it. That way it's all nice and smooth. We just pulled the fiberglass mold off the roof. The only problem that we have right now is we have these grooves onto the mold, which we don't want them. So we're gonna take it to surface them and have the guys fill it up. That way it's all smooth. After everything's smoothed out, we're gonna do a ceramic mold.
So the mold is 100% complete. It's off to the glass shop. Now it's time to sit down with Ish and really go over this interior. Since Moose has already done the rendering, it looks awesome, but now he has to turn it into reality. All right, Ish. This time I brought you a little bit of a challenge, okay?
What's the challenge?
The challenge is, it's a Jeep, but instead of doing normal sewing, I'm gonna have you come up with some sort of circle idea.
Okay.
So I know you're gonna tell me it's impossible because it's a circle, and how do you do a circle, and you gotta make it look like this. I mean, if we can make it look close to this, I would be happy. Is there any way you could do a sample for me?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring a lady that I know. She make cupcakes that look like cupcakes.
Yeah, it'd be perfect. We could do like cupcake,
So she might be able to do that.
I would like to do this, some sort of blue purplish stitching that matches their Pantone, the West Coast Esurance logo, in the center of the seat.
You be realistic.
Come on, Ish, you can do anything. You're my superhero. Remember your superhero outfit? Your mask and,
Which one?
I know, we've had so many. We've been on so many missions together. This one's just a new one.
I'm gonna make a sample as close as I can to the rendering.
Okay.
And talk to Musa.
I did. I mean, he makes me these awesome drawings.
This is West Coast Castle, no Wonderland.
Thank you, Ish.
Ain't no problem, homeboy. Circles, I think Ryan's crazy this time. What he's asking for is for a miracle, so I'm just gonna try my best and see what can I come up with.
I just had a meeting with Ish. I gave him a little bit of a challenge this time. The last couple times it's been pretty straightforward, pretty easy for him, so I figured, you know what, let's throw a little wrench in the system. So he's gonna do me a sample right now. Hopefully it's close to what the rendering is, and we can get these seats done. Coming up on West Coast Customs.
This is a sleeping bag? Yeah. Does it come with a pillow?
So the mold is complete. Fingers crossed it gets back in time so we can reveal this truck.
So one of the cool ideas was the survival kit. But to really do the survival kit, Kenny's gonna have to build out the trunk so everything fits back there. But ultimately, we need a full survival kit from a real survival person. So I'm gonna send Alex down to see what he comes back with.
So I'm here in Lake Elsinore at Protective Bunkers. I brought an ammo can from home. We're gonna fill it up with all kinds of stuff, water, food, blankets, whatever they got. It's very small, I don't got a whole lot of space, so I gotta really make it count. Hey guys.
Hey Alex, how's it going?
Hey, I got a little project here. I brought this little ammo can. We're doing a build for Esurance. We need to get as much stuff, maybe 3 days worth of food, blankets, survival goodies packed into this can. You guys help me out?
We can hook you up.
Yeah.
I'll have Dave take you over here and show you what we got and come take care of you. I am Josh Jacklin, co-owner of Protective Bunkers Survival Center. We build underground bunkers. We also sell everything to go inside of it. We have everything from bug-out bags to communication, anything that you needed to survive a natural disaster we have here.
The first and most important thing we're gonna think about is water.
Okay.
I know you're saying 2 people for 3 days.
Okay.
Plenty of water to do that. We got 9 packets here for you.
Okay.
And that should last you. It's a bare minimum standard though, so you wanna think about that.
This will get us started. Okay.
Next, we're gonna have food. One of these blocks is gonna get 1 person 3 days. And it's gonna withstand the high temperature, has a 149-degree temperature range. We wanna think about hypothermia.
This is like a little sleeping bag?
Yeah, it's a little sleeping bag. Yeah. Let me get you.
Does it come with a pillow?
No, it does not.
No pillow, okay. All right.
Let's talk about illumination.
Okay.
A really inexpensive way to go about that is with chem lights or chemical lights. Crack them, they glow.
Oh, yeah, and the kids love them too. So.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, that's a win-win right there. Okay.
You can't have a survival kit without first aid.
Yeah, for sure, we're gonna need
This
first
is a
aid.
nice trauma kit. It's
Okay.
got things like gauze to absorb blood and even a tourniquet for a last case scenario.
Okay, that's for like the zombie bites.
Yeah, there you go. You
All
want
right,
to
cool.
stop that blood flow, right?
Yep, for sure. Okay, cool. We got that. Last thing I think we need? Communication. Yeah, we're both on the same page. I need to communicate out. So this has got everything?
Yeah, UHF, VHF, FM. This will go in, out, and this, really put your situational awareness on another level.
Nice. Okay, and it's nice and compact. Got
Yeah.
the little belt clip. All right, cool. This will work perfect. So I'll put this in here, and you guys put this on my account?
No problem.
All right. See you
Hey,
later.
Alex.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
So Protective Bunkers knows survival like West Coast Customs knows cars. We got everything we need. I gotta get back to the shop.
So a quick update on the Jeep. It's fully broken down. Ishmael's working on the interior. The mold's being made right now. Now the next step is get Esteban over here, get the roof cut open, build the flange, get the body prepped, and get it into paint.
Now that we have the roof off, the next step is actually creating a mounting point for the glass to sit on when we install it. To create the flange, we're just using 16 gauge sheet metal. So what we're gonna do is actually 2 L's, and at the end, we're gonna weld them together and just create like a Z. One surface is gonna be bonded or welded to the bottom structure of the roof, and then the other L is gonna hold the glass in place.
I pulled out the front back console. My next step is I can start working on the USB stuff. Each person's gonna get a USB to charge their phone or do whatever they ever need to charge a device. So what we have is your USB port. And pretty much all you have to do is make a hole inside the console and these snap in. It's a snap-in USB port, which makes it real simple. You can add as many as you want anywhere in the car. Then after I get the USB ports in, what I'll do is get the dash put in, get the tablet, cut it out, bolt it in, and get it installed. Good as new.
Hey, Wes, I got something with your name on it. This is right up your alley.
Usually when you say that, it's not.
You're not gonna be mad at me, I promise.
Arduino.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly. It's a fingerprint scanner, okay, for the Esurance build.
Biometrics on a platform that I'm familiar with. Well, that's cool.
And this little, I don't even know what that is.
No, you know what? Put it all, I want you to name off every single thing.
This is diodes and electrodes.
Show me which one's the diode.
That one?
No.
This, I know what that is. That's a printed circuit board.
Yes.
These are little LEDs and some other doodads and zooms and wham-whams in there.
Potentiometers, resistors.
Yeah.
The sad part is this is the kind of stuff I do in my free time. Thanks for the box of goodies.
You're welcome, man. Have fun.
Oh, I will. So the toy Alex brought me is actually going to be used to enable and disable the ignition for the user's security feature. What's cool about me knowing the platform so well is I'm going to be able to hack into it and enable some really cool features and maybe do some fun stuff with it. Clock is ticking, so let's go get to work.
Coming up on West Coast Customs.
What you do on your own time is your own business. I don't want to know what that's for.
Hey, man. I can eat a pound of those things. I'm still a sinner.
So the Jeep Compass is going well. All the fabrication is done. The glass is at the glass shop getting made. Ish is working on the samples for the interior. Now the next big step is to get it painted. So we're gonna get it over to the body shop, get them to do the body work, and get it in the booth and get it sprayed.
Out to the paint shop.
Now that all the fabrication is done, it's been in the body shop, it's prepped, it's ready for paint, now it's in the booth. Now that we've teamed up with BASF, they've created this matte clear for us that's actually really, really unique, where you can take a matte paint job and it'll last just as long as a normal paint job.
Kenny, I got you that vacuum.
See it.
Okay. This is for you.
Thank you.
I don't want to know what that's for. What you do on your own time is your own business. I don't even know what that stuff is.
These are attachments that we'll need. Nice small vacuum.
This thing looks like a vacuum from like the 50s.
Should we put that in a glove box, huh? Alex just brought me the vacuum. It looks like it's a good size. All I need is a little bit of a hose, get it installed, and get it working. The vacuum is small, it's simple, but it's a really good idea.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Well, that one's not gonna work. But we need more horsepower, definitely. This ought to do the trick. The first thing I gotta do is get this thing wired up with Del City wire and then get all the components in. There's a bunch of super cool stuff that still needs to be put in. I still gotta finish the cup holders, put in the buttons. Then I gotta get the vacuum put in with an inverter with a switch. I gotta put the amp and sub in. I gotta get the survival kit installed. So it's time to get these guys cracking on this install and make this fantasy build a reality.
This is what Ryan brought me. This is Sissy. Over here, is living in a fantasy land. There's no way that I can do many circles on the insert. But I come up with an idea. I fabricate my own socket. This is how I'm gonna make the big circles. Then I'm gonna make another one to make the little ones. So let's see if it works. 3mm hat. Okay, I got my small socket that I just made. So now let's see if it's gonna work. This is the little one. Booyah, see? No, this one look more like that thing that they give at church. What's the name? Wafer? Okay, the wafer. Amen. Doesn't matter, I can eat a pound of those things, the wafers. I'm still a sinner. Small ones. And this is how you make 3D circles.
So the Jeep came from paint, is ready to assemble. So now we got to put the doors, hood, and the rest of the parts. So we're going to be busy for a couple days.
Hey, Ish.
What's up, Alex?
Got a delivery for you. I seem to make more than the post office lately. Our friends over at Roadwire sent an interior kit for the Jeep Compass. Your work's cut out for you, man.
Okay, looking up.
See you later. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice.
Basically for the thumbprint scanner and to get it to work on my toolbox, what I've had to do is recreate an environment that it would see in the car and basically wire up a whole little car on a breadboard and get that to interface with the computer, which is the microcontroller, and the fingerprint scanner. So what's cool about me writing the software for it is I can really kind of dork it out and add some really cool features, so I'm excited about it. I've got a lot more programming, a lot more circuits to design, so it was nice talking to you guys, but get to going.
Over here. Hey, it's payday. Thanks, Alex.
Coming up on West Coast Customs.
It's almost there. It's not quite there.
Ah, okay, I owe you 100.
Cranking. Bingo!
So it's getting down to the wire. We had got a lot of stuff done, but there's still a ton of stuff to do. One of the biggest things is getting the glass back, making sure it fits 100%, because that is the biggest part of the build. If it doesn't fit right, we could have a huge problem.
So the sunroof glass just arrived. Carlos and I brought it over here just to test fit it. It's almost there. It's not quite there. We need to sand it a little bit so it could actually sit perfectly on it. Right now we're hitting on some of the corners and edges. What I just did right now, I tipped it off on the places that we need to sand it. So, I mean, just sanding it down, I mean, it should go right in there. We'll make it work.
Give to you. Nice. That work for you? Perfect.
So right now, the fantasy is really becoming the reality. All the guys are working super hard on all these awesome ideas that the fans came up with. We have Wes over there doing the thumbprint. We have Kenny in the back figuring out the survival kit, the vacuum cleaner, all the USB plugs. Ishmael's in there doing the West Coast flavor on the interior. We have the painters finishing up the paint. Moscow's over there getting the wheels and tires ready, and the fabricators are test fitting the glass. Okay, I owe you 100. Nice. We're right there. We have a little bit of time left, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we get this thing done on time and really surprise somebody.
So I got all my parts now for the hot and cold cups. So now it's a matter of getting them cut, getting them fitted, getting the elements put in there, getting the board put in there, the switches, get it tested, and get it in the car.
Cranking. Bingo!
Time to test this thing out. Nice. How easy those scoop those are. Nice. Now what's left is the last and final piece, which is a survival kit, and we are out.
Now that everything is complete, the next step is get inside, program the fuel caster on the tablet, shine it up with some black magic, and get it out for the big reveal.
All right.
Coming up on West Coast Customs.
That's one cool looking car.
They're all sort of ideas where you're thinking, why doesn't that exist in every car already?
How you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, Gary, ready to pull this cover
ready?
off?
That's a pretty cool rig.
This week we're doing a build for Esurance, and it's not just a build, it's a contest where the fans gave us their ideas for the car of tomorrow. Once the contest started, the ideas started flowing in. So we picked the 5 best ideas, and then it was time to really get this build started. We got the Jeep Compass in, got it fully broken down, and then it was off to the fabrication department. The first idea was 100% sunroof, which the fab guys molded and cut to perfection. Then we sent the Jeep over to paint for a matte black finish. Once the Jeep was out from paint, it was off to the next ideas. Wes wired up the thumbprint ignition, and then Kenny came in and added the hot and cold cup holders and the vacuum system. Then Alex went shopping for the survival kit. We also added a tablet in the dash and installed the Esurance Fuel Caster app on it. Since we are West Coast Customs, we definitely had to add a little extra. Put in some USB ports and, of course, a stereo system. The Esurance team are almost here, and the finalists are on their way. So the next step is unveil this car to the Esurance team and then give it away to one lucky fan.
Hey, that's one cool looking car.
I love that paint job.
Look at the lights.
Hey, guys.
It looks pretty cool.
How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Hi.
You know, really what this car represents, hopefully, is the car that everyone will sort of drive in the future. That's going to be, it's going to look like a normal everyday car, but it's going to have all these unique features and capabilities.
Almost everything's original, it's just added on, right? So the only thing original that we took off would be the wheels and the piece of the roof.
Okay.
The rest is all, everything's really bolted on.
Well, the coolest thing about it is it's still super drivable and practical, and they're all pretty simple. I mean, they're really, really cool, but they're all ideas where you're thinking, why doesn't that exist in every car already?
We did the tablet in there so we can run your guys'
with our fuel caster.
Yep, with your fuel caster on it.
I have owned a number of Jeeps in my life, but nothing like this, than what they have done to the car. It makes it so cool. I can't wait to hand the keys off to the proud winner.
This is amazing, Ryan. I know the contestants are going to be really excited to see it.
All right, I'll get some of the guys, we'll cover it up. I'm excited to give somebody that key.
We had a wide variety of submissions from people, and really a tough decision to make, like who of these 5 finalists deserves to win the car, who's the best idea.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
How was your drive?
Nice to meet you.
Chris.
My name is Joseph Romero. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I came up with the survivalist theme because in Colorado, anything could happen. And I'm so happy to be here, and I hope that I can win the grand prize.
My name is Laura. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I gave Ryan and the Esurance team the idea about the fingerprint starter for the car. I think it would be an awesome safety feature that hasn't been seen before.
Gary, ready to pull this
Are we
cover
ready?
off? I'm ready.
Yes.
Let's
It's
do
an
this.
exciting moment.
Let's do this.
Okay, let's do it. Hey. Wow. That's a pretty cool rig. That's amazing.
Perfect, huh? It's perfect.
I'm super excited about being here. I definitely hope I win, but even if I don't, just the chance of being out here and being in California is an awesome vacation. I thought of the idea of the temperature-controlled cup holders. My husband likes to have hot coffee in the morning, so it'd be really awesome if he could have hot coffee throughout the whole drive.
We painted all the plastic pieces really to give it some oomph to this interior.
I love the purple.
We did the seats with circles instead of the diamonds.
Okay, I'm in the driver's seat.
Yeah, why don't you guys all get in? Check it out.
My name is Bryce Heyman from Salt Lake City, Utah, and my idea was a 100% sunroof that would cover the whole top of the car.
I thought it would be really cool if the whole ceiling of the car was transparent. It would almost feel like a convertible, but you'd be protected from the elements. I can't wait to see who they give the car to. Hopefully it's me.
We did the vacuum system in here. Whose idea was that?
That's mine.
Nice. So the controls are up here. You got a plug-in for your hose there and a plug-in in the back.
My name's Alex. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and my idea was a in-dash vacuum. I came up with this idea because I'm a messy person. My car is usually pretty dirty.
Heated and cooled cup holders.
Whose idea was that?
Nice, nice. Thumbprint. Whose idea was that? Oh, that was yours?
Yeah.
Check it out. So you put the key in, but the car won't start unless it has your thumbprints. It doesn't have yours yet.
No.
It has mine. Couple seconds, boom.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That is so cool.
This car will never be able to drive away unless it has your thumbprint in. And you can program it to 4 people.
Okay.
And let me tell you about another great feature. The fuel caster will tell you where you can buy gas and what day is the best price, today or tomorrow.
And then the last piece is a survival kit.
Yeah.
That must be your idea. So, a couple little things. That's the vacuum, but we added a little bit of West Coast bump in the trunk, a little bit, you know? And then the survival kit. Basically, if you're stuck in your car for 3 days, you would have enough food, you would have enough water, a first aid kit, a CB radio, basically everything you would need if you were stranded somewhere. What do you guys think?
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it a great car?
So
after long deliberation, we had to come up with one person who's going to be able to drive the car home. Joe, congratulations.
I got a wife and 3 kids, and you never know what's going to happen, no matter where you're at. So this is, oh man, I can't believe.
And it's your birthday, right?
It's my birthday. I forgot this was my birthday. This is just the biggest thing that's ever happened to me, and I can't believe I even won. I just want to thank Ryan and Esurance for doing this for me and helping me out. You guys blessed me.
So today was an awesome day. Everybody had great ideas. There were great people. Joe gets to drive away a Jeep that I think he's blown away still from. He's probably fainted somewhere over there. But honestly, I got to get back to work and get on to the next one. Next week on West Coast Customs.
Emergency, there's smoke in the kitchen.
Smoke is in the house.
That is sick.
They want us to build a fire truck to promote Nest Protect, a smoke detector that's smart.
Now it's time to take this truck from fire engine red to Nest Blue. Basically, we're building our different chambers on how this thing works. Working comedians